You never forget your first pair of running shoes, that is. Mine were Adidas trainers, and man, they were sweet. If you're unfamiliar with them, they were designed as a cross-country running shoe in the early 1970s. To me, they were perfect, soft and supple. I was infatuated. They were probably made out of some kind of vinyl, but to my eye, they had the look and feel of a very special type of material, like an expensive type of leather. They were extremely light, and when I first ran with them, I felt fast. I wanted that feeling to last forever. I was 15 years old at the time, a freshman, and I was planning to try out for the high school track team. To make the team, I was going to be competing with others older and more experienced than me, and I was pretty certain the Adidas would give me the advantage I needed. But my relationship with my first pair of Adidas wasn't meant to last. It was my fault. Here's how it happened. You see, I also like basketball. There was a hoop above the garage at my house. I put on my new Adidas and went out to play with the neighborhood kids. The basketball court was the driveway, which was made out of concrete. As I soon learned, the Adidas trainers weren't intended to be basketball shoes too. The concrete shredded the shoes. After about an hour of basketball, I had managed to tear holes in and otherwise rip up my new shoes. They were expensive, and I couldn't afford to buy a replacement pair, and I was too ashamed about what I'd done to ask my parents to pay for a replacement pair. Fast forward to today. At last count, I own 21 pairs of running shoes. I know I'm overcompensating for my earlier loss, but the bottom of my closet is now full. Among others, I have pairs of Brooks Adrenaline, Nike Structure, New Balance 790s, Asics Gel Nimbus, and Mizuno Wave Riders, to name just some. Several pair are among my favorites, and I wear them often. Others are almost forgotten, and they languish, unused and unloved, at the bottom of the pile. Taken all together, they offer me an almost unimaginable merry-go-round of choices. Some have extra support for the arches of my feet. Those with Vibram soles are the opposite and offer almost no support. What's more, they are in a rainbow of colors. My plans are that by selecting the correct shoes, I will set personal records at future 5K, 10K, half, and full marathon races. My newest shoes, a pair of Brooks Ravenna, are a bright red color. The color is as ambitious as my plans. Most of the shoes I purchase new from local running stores or online via the internet. While it's true the internet has a price advantage, I still like to hang out at running stores with an eye to sampling the latest models. You never know when a chance encounter with something new might lead somewhere you'll like. I enjoy being the first person to try on and to run in a new pair of shoes. The cushy comfort of fresh shoes might help you to erase the memories of the aches and pains of the past and can make you feel as if you're running on cloud nine. On the other hand, I sometimes buy used shoes. Some of the pairs I have I picked up at Goodwill or the local thrift shops. When I buy something there, I try to be wary and have my eyes wide open. I make sure that the shoes look to be relatively unworn, clean, and fresh. Sometimes, if you're lucky, when you put on a pair of slightly used running shoes, they fit your feet like a hand in a glove. Most adjectives are inadequate to describe this feeling, but a few come to mind, among them sensual, sleek, and exciting. It's possible to trace the trajectory of the different stages of my relationship with any individual pair. At first, there's the heat and speed at the beginning when they're new, followed by an expansive stability and maturity as they get worn in, and eventually the pain when all that's left are flattened interiors and worn-out soles. I almost forgot to mention the pain you'll experience if you get into the wrong pair. Sometimes the wrong pair looks inviting or especially enticing, but when you're into the wrong shoes, you'll soon find out there are some shoes that look right on paper. The box says that they're the right size for me, and yet once I start running in them, I find I experience all sorts of pains. You've got to get out of the wrong pair as quickly as you got into them. You'll soon find that there are plenty of other fish in the sea. You might well ask, what is the right number? How many pairs of running shoes is enough? The number of pairs of running shoes you own over the course of a lifetime says a lot about you. I know there are some runners who are satisfied with one pair their entire running careers. Early on, they find something that they like and they stick with it. It's like love at first sight. The only obstacle to maintaining a lifelong love affair with one pair of shoes is that the shoes will wear out. Most likely every year the manufacturers will introduce new shoes with the latest features and styles, And they'll stop selling the old tried and true shoes that you desire because of this planned obsolescence. When you go to purchase a replacement pair, you'll find that they are no longer available. Other runners, however, are never satisfied, and they are always searching for something new. They move from shoe to shoe with an almost reckless abandon, always seeking the latest offerings. So in the end, there is no one answer to the question, how many is too many? Rather, the right answer depends on whatever is right for you.